because this is what we're talking about. Which is double the picture. Look at that, guys. It's double the picture. Anyway, we are going to be playing this. By the way, I'm going to try my very, very, very best to talk about it because I can't show the footage. So on the VOD, when you guys are watching this after the fact, I will try my very, very, very best to describe what is happening in the video. So right now, I have it paused. And the arena is so dark that from my side, the left-hand side of AEW, right? So this side right here. So, okay, you know what? I'll do it like north, northeast, southwest, right? So what I'm looking at is the north side where it is the two tunnels and the stage. It's completely black. On the east side, you have a little section, a little strip that has light, and you can see a handful of fans. But the rest of the section is black. On the south side, it's black. On the west side, it is the same thing as the east side. A little strip of fans that you can see, but the rest is black. And it's like, why? Where is the lighting? Why? See, that's why I wanted to check it out, because everyone was saying that the promo was longer than what it needed to be. And you freaking, man, MD, I love you, dude. Now I cannot unsee the two comparisons that you made about Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay, sir. But you know, I had that in the back of my mind that like Kyle Fletcher like looks like, you know, looks like Aaron Carter for a bit, you know, looks like other people for a bit. Like, I can't unsee that, sir. Instead, he's just another head-shaved dude like Garcia and all the rest. Yeah, sooner or later, we can't tell them apart. Why does he look like a Miz wannabe? Really? Now he's generic. He could have had a character with the hair. Maybe he should have shaved it clean and grow a goatee. Listen. Nick Carter, bruv. Oh my goodness. Oh, here we go. All right, guys, we're gonna listen to it. By the way, I didn't think about his damn song. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. We got to skip ahead. Because if I don't, I'm going to get hit with a fucking copyright strike because of his song. By the way, as he comes out with this song, like, he does look like a goofball. I will say that. Like, I don't know who's giving him direction or who's guiding him, but it's like, bro, it's not hitting. It really isn't. And he is called the Proto Star. What does that mean? What does that mean as a wrestler? And by the way, they do have these two plants. I'm going to call them plants. But it's a guy and a girl. And they're holding up a sign that says boo. And it is a very good drawing of Don Callis. And I'm like, yeah, you guys are plants. Okay, he gets into the ring. I don't know when his music starts. Well, shuts off. Okay. Here we go.
You think about what he did to Kenny Omega, what he did to Will Ospreay, and now he's got his hooks into Kyle Fletcher.
Oh, he doesn't think twice. He'll get rid of you. Kyle Fletcher. Kyle.
By the way, I will say here on this live stream, and that is baked in, piped in booze. Piped in booze, man. Because the fans don't match the sound. And if the fans are not matching the sound that you hear, they are piped in booze.
Kyle Fletcher has something important to say.
Well, the crowd here in Salt Lake City barely letting Don Callis get a word in.
Yeah, this is wild. You people can boo me all you want. The only person I am here to talk to.
Jamie, bro, bro, thank you so much. Dude, yo, thank you. I will be sending, I will be sending you a message. I'm guessing it's you that decided to become a paid member of the Square Circle Podcast Hub. Like, I'm guessing it is. Like, dude, you did not have to, but that is amazing. Yeah, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, see, guys, I'm telling you, like, I appreciate every single one of you guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys that I really don't ask. Like, I only ask for, like, if you guys could buy me food since I'm streaming and I don't have, like, a snack to go to. But, like, bro, Jamie, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, dude. Like, man, about to get me all fucking emotional, and I have to probably tell you why this promo is all wrong. Oh God. Yo, Jamie, thank you so much. Thank you. And of course, if you don't like to be singled out like that, like I'm sorry too, but I was not expecting that. I was about to like tweet out again that I'm still live to get more people on, and then I saw the update, dude. Like, yo, thank you so much. I totally appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate you, appreciate everyone being here, appreciate that we're having a wonderful conversation about this. Thank you. But yes, MD is right that I'm about to get all emotional on stream because, like, again, I'm not forcing anybody to be here. I'm not forcing anybody to send me any money. I'm not like every 5 seconds, like, yo, send me this, send me this, send me that. It's more like, hey, cool, you like my content? Awesome. Give it a like. Share it out. You want to sign up to the newsletter? Go ahead. Go do that. But thank you. You know what? If anybody else wants to tell Twitter that I'm live, go ahead. Or want to get more people in here, go ahead. Let's watch Kyle Fletcher. But Jamie, I cannot thank you enough.
The only person I am here to talk to is Will Ospreay.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about Will Ospreay. What do you want to talk about?
It's been 11 days, Will, since I cost you your international championship.
Okay.
It has been 11 days that you have been laid up in a hospital bed with numbness tingling down your arms and your legs because of that herniated disc you don't tell anyone about.
Jesus, he looks so dead in the eyes. He looks so dead in the eyes, and like it just sounds like, oh my God, I'm so emo. You don't tell nobody about the disc in your back. Like, oh my God, am I doing it right? Like, you know, I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. Thank you, Jamie. I totally appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. But it really does come off like that from Kyle. And like, you know, we know about Ospreay's injuries. We know about it. There was one injury back in New Japan Pro Wrestling when Shingo put him through the table, and he was scared that he had to give up wrestling because it fucked up the nerves in his shoulder, like that one, right? So basically, you know, we know about that one. We know that he probably still has herniated discs, but like, you know, is he going to tell anybody? No. But the way that Ospreay, you know, does things, we could probably like infer that he has herniated disc. When do you do super chats? When we finally reach 3,000 hours, ladies and gentlemen, we will be able to do super chats. Currently, right now, we are at 1,976 of watch time hours out of 3,000 watch time hours. We are growing every single day. So hopefully by the end of the year, we will be able to implement super chats. But of course, it's not, like I said, it's not a me thing. It's not an I thing. It is a we thing. And it's basically all of us together trying to make that happen. So super chats, hopefully at the end of the year. Yes, he's monotone. There we go. He's monotone. Kyle Fletcher just got a bunch of sticker tattoos. He couldn't just get a sleeve. I question his tattoo choice, but that's on him. Everyone is completely different. So yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
And that whole time, just like these people, you have been wondering why, Kyle, why?
Okay, first of all, the piped in boos are so annoying because I know that it's not like, it's like, what? The piped in boos are sort of a little annoying. And maybe we have been wondering, like, why, Kyle, why? But I honestly believe that if they would have stretched it out for like another week, maybe another week, where like, let's say that somebody, it's not somebody, but let's just say that like, Renee comes in to try to interview Kyle, and Kyle is like, I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to talk to nobody. Like, you guys can keep questioning why, or Kyle Fletcher could tell Renee of like, don't you have other people to bother? Like, I'm the protostar. Like, I don't need your questioning. I don't owe them anything, or whatever the case may be. Like, that would be better. Then we could be like, yo, why, Kyle, why?
And oh boy, does that make me happy. What these idiots don't realize is that they are just as much to blame for this as you are.
Oh my God, the piped in noise. It's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. Okay, cool. Australians on the mic generally make me upset. Like, why do you sound like that? That's how he sounds. Oh, you don't like needles? Okay. I never wondered why. Rhea Ripley is an exception, but still, he probably mad because he's looking at empty space. He wishes he was Dominic Mysterio. Listen, that's a comment for Tony Khan, man. That's a comment for him. Tony Khan doesn't know how to take his time. He always MD. Listen, as much as I curse up a storm, and I was telling you guys not to have your mind in the gutter, I can't say that. Fucking MD, man. I haven't been wondering. It happened so quickly. I couldn't get invested. Exactly. MD. Yo. I cannot read out any of this shit, man. Listen, if we were on the other site, the R site, then yes, I could read out all of your comments, but I can't read them out, sir. As much as like I would say it in real life, like I would say that kind of stuff because sometimes I don't have a filter, but this is live streaming. Oh my God, MD. Listen, when we get to the debate of talking about AEW, like I gotta set some ground rules. Anyway, let's go.
See, when I got to AEW, they said I was the next big thing. They said that I had the brightest future in professional wrestling.
Okay, them chanting Ospreay, I actually believe that. I actually do. I actually believe that. I actually believe the chants.
And then you got here, Will. And instead of being the next big thing, they started calling me the next Will Ospreay.
No, we did not. No, we didn't. What happened was that when Ospreay arrived, nobody said that you'll be the next Will Ospreay. You acted like Will Ospreay. Like, we could not tell you guys apart in a way, even though we could. But generally speaking, we could not tell you guys apart because you guys didn't sell. You guys kept doing the flips. You guys kept doing the same shit. And it's like, well, who's who? So we were like, bro, stop being like Ospreay in the term of wrestling, in the terms of flips. Nobody was like, oh, you're going to be the next Ospreay. No. We say that about Callum Newman. Callum Newman, like, directly does what Ospreay does. And we're like, bro, stop using him as a mentor and get your own identity. Kyle Fletcher has an identity. It's just that if you stop doing the same flippy moves, you will not be compared to Ospreay. That's what it was. You were compared to Ospreay. No one said you're going to be the next Ospreay, dude. Because let's think about it. Aussie Open is fucking fantastic. No one said anything about, oh, Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher are going to be the next Will Ospreay. No, Aussie Open was something different. Kyle Fletcher is a different individual, but this is the wrong kind of path to go down.
They said I looked like you. They said I wrestled like you. These inbred Americans even said I sounded like you.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that we told you that you sounded like Ospreay? No, you don't sound like Ospreay. I could tell the difference. Ospreay has like that European accent where it's like, you don't understand what he's talking about. Like, he's talking that he has like marbles in his mouth. Like, he's trying to juggle stuff in his mouth that makes him sound like he's tripping over his words, especially when he gets angry. That accent is very, very like prominent. You don't have that. Australians sound completely different from Europeans, especially Europeans of where Ospreay and like Gabriel Kidd grew up. Their accents are like more. My brain wanted to say that their accents are more bruv-like. Like, they're more like bruv-like. They're more like, they got that bass in their voice a little bit. But nobody said that, Kyle. And well, you dress like Ospreay because both of you guys were in the United Empire. So, like, deal with it. That's fine. But no one said that you talk like Ospreay, you sound like Ospreay. Like, you guys have different accents. If that chick wrote that line for you, can you guys, like, call me up? Because I have a creative writing degree and I have a publishing certificate. So, like, I could write better lines. Like, call me up. My email is squaredcirclepodcast@outlook.com. You guys can find me on Twitter @Marie_shadows. Like, hit me up. I could write better dialogue for Kyle than who they got back there. Because that's simply not true.
And I took every one of those comparisons as an insult.
Oh,
because in reality, I am bigger than you. I am stronger than you. I am faster than you. I am better than you in every single way.
Bullshit. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is, you want to know why this is bullshit, ladies and gentlemen? It's because of Kyle Fletcher is known mainly as a tag team specialist with his tag team partner, Mark Davis. As far as I know, he hasn't really done too many singles matches until he got to AEW because Mark Davis is still out recovering and I'm not sure when Mark Davis is going to come back. So you cannot say that you are better than Ospreay in every sense of the measurements that he put out there. He is not. You cannot do the comparison because they're totally two different guys. By the way, Ospreay actually put on muscle. He actually put on pounds to make it into the heavyweight division. And Kyle also did the same thing too. So who's copying who in the first place? Like, you can't use that. And why are you upset? Why? Why are you upset?
Making a hell of a case for himself here.
Whoever is on commentary, no, they're not. No. MD, I was about to be like, who the hell is this other Mark Davis? And thank you for telling me that it's a football team, man. That he owns a football team. Ladies and gentlemen, just to put it out there, I don't know anything about any other sports. So, you know, if I ask stupid questions, it's because of that. Oh, Excalibur? Yeah. Yo, AC, what's up? Thank you for joining the chat and the stream. Justice for Hook. He owns the Las Vegas Raiders. Oh. Of course he's better. Fletcher is a former IWGP champion, right? You know what? I think this is the first time that I'm learning that the Raiders are from Las Vegas. Because I had no idea, like, what state the Raiders represented. So thank you for letting me know.
And maybe there was a time that I would have liked those comparisons. Back in 2021, when I joined the United Empire, you were the kingpin. You were the assassin. You had a killer instinct.
No. No. What are they chanting?
This man right here has bought me all the TV time I want to get whatever I want off my chest, so you will listen to me!
Okay, thank you for letting me know that they were chanting "Wrap It Up," which is crazy, but they know it's bullshit. I know it's bullshit. And by the way, why, like, oh my God. They were also in LA for a while, won a championship there.
You want to know why I left New Japan and came to AEW, Will?
Oh, hold on. I got to get ready for this because, man, if you guys don't know, I do not like the way that Kyle Fletcher just decided to leave New Japan Pro Wrestling. And by the way, we know that Aussie Open was working on a handshake agreement. And even Ospreay has said at one point that, he tried his best to have New Japan Pro Wrestling to sign Aussie Open and make sure that they have a guaranteed contract in New Japan Pro Wrestling, because most of the time they were working on the handshake deal. They came in for the tours. So we know about that little piece of information. By the way, what I didn't like was how it happened, because nobody knew. Nobody knew that he jumped ship like that. And I know that for a fact. That basically nobody in the circle knew. So I have this sort of like a little bit of a dislike, because it was very bad on how he jumped and how he just signed the AEW contract, and also for Mark Davis's future, because Tony Khan did take care of the medical bills for Mark Davis. So I have to prepare myself to hear this explanation, because I'm probably going to tell it that it's wrong, it's stupid, and whoever wrote the line does not understand professional wrestling. Okay. Are we ready? Because I don't think I am. But let's hear this bullshit excuse.
Let's talk about what happened between you and Okada. He brought you into New Japan when you were young and full of potential. He became your mentor. He became your brother. And what did you do? You stabbed him in the back.
First of all, what the fuck does that have to do with anything between your friendship and his friendship and why you jumped to AEW? Because you, wait. Hold on. Are we going to go with the idea that throughout the United Empire, that you felt that Ospreay was going to stab you in the back, so you decided to jump ship? Because you saw how Ospreay backstabbed Okada, the one person that brought him in, but it wasn't like, who's my brother's keeper kind of thing, because everybody betrayed Okada. Gato betrayed Okada. Like, everybody betrayed Okada. Okada is not new to getting betrayed by the people that he either brought in or fought or whatever the fuck. Like, oh my God, please do not tell me that, like, his reason is gonna be that he left the United Empire, he left New Japan Pro Wrestling because he felt like Ospreay was eventually going to backstab him. Ospreay doesn't really backstab people. Ospreay doesn't really do that shit. And how can you say that he backstabbed Okada when Okada is not the caretaker of Ospreay and Ospreay's career? Who wrote this? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. But, like, please do not tell me that that's the path we're going to go.
What happened between you and Kenny Omega?
What happened between them? It was a bunch of two people talking shit to each other.
He left New Japan and you stepped up as the biggest foreigner in the company. But instead of being praised for that, they said you will never fill Kenny's shoes.
No. That was a stupid way to build the storyline. Nobody, like, okay, ever since Kenny Omega left New Japan Pro Wrestling, there was no rumblings about having Ospreay fill Omega's shoes. But they had to. But they had to do that in order to build the story. Again, Okada, Kenny are not the keepers of Ospreay. For Ospreay to apparently backstab people. Oh my God. This is fucking stupid. This is why we say we need to have a state of the AEW address conversation, because, like, the writing is fucking stupid. If you do not know the history and the behind the scenes, not kayfabe, into workings of professional wrestling, you should not be a writer. This history does not make sense. You are pulling at straws and at strings to try and make this work, to try to make Ospreay be the bad guy because he stabs people in the back, because he stabs his friends in the back. And now I know I have been critical of Will Ospreay when it comes to his wrestling and his selling, but I will not be sitting here to say that he stabs people in the back. That is not his character. The Kingpin in New Japan Pro Wrestling was not about backstabbing people in the back. If that was the case, he would have joined Bullet Club. Look at how many people Will Ospreay, oh no, I'm sorry. You know what? Fuck it. Look how many people Will Ospreay has uplifted in New Japan Pro Wrestling by making the United Empire. He has uplifted Kyle Fletcher in order for him to have this time on AEW to talk shit because somebody doesn't know the history of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Bullet Club backstabs people in the back. Bullet Club has been kicking out members and rotating members ever since Prince Finn Balor, oh my God, Prince Devitt went over to WWE. It has been on a rotation of different leaders. It has been on a rotation of different people. And you want to try and put the blame on Will Ospreay because he stabbed you in the back, when it does not match up to you trying to pull in New Japan storylines. And by the way, I am not upset at Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher is doing a job. But the person who wrote this part for Kyle Fletcher is bad. Again, I have a creative writing degree. I know the history of the New Japan wrestlers that are in AEW. I know what happened in the United Empire. I know what happened in Bullet Club. I know Jay White's career. I know Ospreay's career. But this is fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. So, you know how we fix this? We fix this by saying that whoever wrote it bad. If you want to, but you know what? It's too late because he already said this. He already made the promo, and nobody's going to go back and watch the history on New Japan World. New Japan does a lot for AEW, and New Japan is not getting the respect and the flowers and the high fives that New Japan Pro Wrestling should be getting, because it's really unfair that, like, you have writers in the writer's room to write this for Kyle Fletcher, and again, it's not Kyle Fletcher's fault, but you have this written, he says it. And you know what? Shame on him as well, because like he should know the history. He should know what makes sense, what doesn't make sense, because he's been Will Ospreay's friend for so many years. But for some reason, he didn't want to tell the writers, yo, this is not how the history went. I think that Kyle Fletcher should have basically went from the heart for why he turned his back on Will Ospreay and not say this fucking bullshit. I love New Japan so much. I love these guys so much. Kyle Fletcher is definitely a star. Mark Davis is definitely a star. Ospreay is a star when you start selling, sir. But regardless of that, Ospreay is a star. Why are you doing this? Why are you writing this stuff like this? This is not how the history goes down. It does not matter if Okada got backstabbed by Ospreay. Okada was never Ospreay's keeper. And Ospreay has no obligation to be like, yes, master. I will do as you say, master. Yes, they cannot hurt you. We are best friends. I owe you my life, master. Like, you know, that kind of concept between Ospreay and Okada. And by the way, if... oh my God. And by the way, if we're going to go with that, right, guys? If we're going to go with that, Kyle Fletcher said that Ospreay backstabbed Okada, his friend, the one that got him into New Japan Pro Wrestling. Well, why didn't we have Okada versus Ospreay right off the bat? Or did we have that? But regardless, like, if Okada felt so wronged by Ospreay, how come we don't have that feud right now? Why is Kyle Fletcher bringing it up as like, oh my God, you stabbed Ospreay in the back. I mean, you stabbed Okada in the back. Oh my God. Okay. Just a little bit more. A little bit more.
So what did you do? You used the exact same screwdriver that I did to stab him in the head and drop him on his neck with a tiger driver.
What does that have to do with anything? Please, guys, please send me some help. Send me some help, guys.
Are you starting to notice a pattern yet, Will?
What pattern?
The reason I left was because I saw the writing on the walls.
Oh,
I
here we
knew
go.
what I had to do to get out of your shadow,
Here we
because
go.
that's the lesson that you taught me.
What? Oh my God. What? Guys, please send help.
And that's when Don helped me realize something. That you never wanted me to achieve my full potential.
What? What? Listen, I understand Don Callis, right? I understand Don Callis is a heel. I understand that Don Callis is basically a manipulator. I understand that. Ospreay is the good guy here. Ospreay wants the best for every person that he has ever worked for. I know this for a fact. A legitimate fact. So, who wrote this?
You never wanted me to surpass you because that's the kind of person that Will Ospreay is.
Are you fucking serious? Seriously? You couldn't have come up with a better manipulation line of like, oh my God, okay. Let's fucking think about this for a second. Of all the fucking like history that I know, right? What would be a reason? What would be a reason why Ospreay would not want his best buddy in the fucking world not to succeed? I'm really trying to figure... Fuck, freeze it, man. You want to know why this fucking bothers me? It's because it's very untrue to the history of everyone involved, of all the names that he dropped. Ospreay was the one that got Aussie Open into New Japan Pro Wrestling. Ospreay was the one that went to bat for Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis to get a full-time fucking contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling. But no! In the same breath, Ospreay doesn't want to see him succeed. My God, I swear. This is why AEW is failing, because while they tell fans to go Google the history, that fans should come in knowing the history, and someone like me that knows the history can tear this down and make it longer than what it needs to be for this review, it's bad. Okay? This is why AEW is not excelling at the things that they should be excelling.
Selfish.
Selfish. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Selfish. This is the same Ospreay that went on record, even though I do not like to repeat it. This is the same Ospreay that went on record, which I do not like to repeat. This is the same Ospreay that, according to the dirt sheets, according to like the interviews, this is the same Ospreay that allowed Bullet Club to get a victory over the United Empire in that dog pound cage match before the send-off to Ospreay, before the send-off for Ospreay to go to AEW. This is the same selfish, air quotes, if you guys are listening via audio, air quotes. This is the same selfish Ospreay that got Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis into the United Empire, into New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is the same selfish Will Ospreay that gave life and a second chance to Aaron Henare of the United Empire, that gave life and a second chance to Jeff Cobb and TJP and Akira Francesco and the Great O'Khan. What fucking selfishness. The reason why I'm this upset and this frustrated is because the history don't make sense. You cannot call somebody like Ospreay, who has a big fucking heart in this business and for the guys that he runs with, selfish. They should have thought of a different kind of path to go by. Oh my fucking God. And you guys wonder why we get on AEW. You guys wonder why people get frustrated. It's because of bullshit like this. Again, how do we help this? How do we improve this? Well, the writers at AEW need to know the fucking history. This is how we improve it. By AEW writers knowing the fucking history. And I am killing myself over this because I love New Japan Pro Wrestling. I love the stories that the United Empire has created for the wrestling ecosystem, for, everything. But no, AEW has to fuck it up. The writers have to fuck it up because they want to change history. They want to make people believe that Ospreay is the bad guy when he's not the bad guy. And it does not make any fucking sense. Jamie, enjoy your dinner, sir. Thank you so much for what you have done, and thank you so much for being in chat, being in this live stream, and I will see you on the next one, and enjoy your dinner. Ciao. Let's continue with this. And I will say this on live stream. I will cut this whole section out and I will email this to AEW because I will not tolerate New Japan Pro Wrestling to be reworked like this. You guys have my fucking word on it. I want professional wrestling to get better. I want AEW to get better. I want the writers to get better, but the writers do not know the history of New Japan Pro Wrestling. They don't know the history of Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay, and this was a very bad approach. I do not care if I get hate for it. I do not like this. I still love New Japan Pro Wrestling. I still do. And I love wrestling in general.
I will give you one chance, Will. One chance to save face with these people.
Listen to the fucking fans. Seriously, Kyle, you should have basically pushed back against whoever wrote these lines for you, man, because it's not it. And no disrespect to you, no personal disrespect to you, but the fans are right. Shut up, because it's ruining. It's ruining the history because you can't make Ospreay seem selfish. There has to be something else. You know what? You know what could have worked? Because I'm all about like making suggestions and ideas, right? So you know what could have worked? We could have just stayed in the AEW kayfabe bubble. We could have just stayed in the AEW universe, right? Of how, Kyle Fletcher could have worked this in about why he betrayed Ospreay. And it could have said that, dude, I am not your little brother anymore. I do not listen to you. I want to make it to the top. And if all you want to do is not hit people with weapons or not deliver the Tiger Driver because you are so scared of something, right? Then this is why I'm going to betray you, because you don't have to keep tabs on me. You don't have to tell me what to do, what not to do. I don't listen to you. This is different. AEW is a different field than New Japan Pro Wrestling. So this is how it could have went down, where it did not need 9 minutes of rewrite history for New Japan Pro Wrestling and the history that they all have. Okay? So what could have been done simply was, dear Ospreay, and this is if I was writing Kyle Fletcher's words, he would, it would go something like this. You see, the reason why Kyle Fletcher backstabbed or took care of Will Ospreay is because of Kyle no longer wanted to feel as if like he was the little brother to Will Ospreay. Because yes, it is true. Once Ospreay came into AEW, everything was about Will Ospreay. Everything was like Ospreay this, Ospreay that. Regardless of him selling or not selling in his matches, it's the fact that it's Will Ospreay. And I totally get that. Kyle Fletcher should not be in the shadow of Will Ospreay because Kyle Fletcher does have personality. Kyle Fletcher does have a character in the making, but we don't even know what kind of character that is because, again, he has not flourished because he kept having random ass matches on AEW, and having random ass matches on AEW does not make a character. I'm going to say it again, but I'm going to say it slowly. Having multiple matches on AEW programming, Dynamite, Rampage, Collision, even Ring of Honor, I'm throwing that in there. Having multiple matches for the sake of having multiple matches does not make a character for a wrestler to get over on the crowd. Okay? So, remember that. Kyle Fletcher does not need to be in the shadow of Will Ospreay. I totally get that. So, in his monologue, right? Kyle Fletcher could have said, I am no longer your little brother. I decided to hit you with that screwdriver and that tiger driver because you have grown so soft nowadays that you don't want to do any of the dirty work. Well, while you were still in New Japan and I was over here first, Don Callis has showed me the world of what it means to get to where I am by doing the dirty work. But you, Ospreay, don't want to do the dirty work. So I had to do it for you and I had to take you out. Do you see how that's better? Because we're focusing on the AEW storyline and not trying to bring in New Japan Pro Wrestling? Seriously. Like, oh my God. Like that would be more investing. Because now you are on a new territory, which is AEW, All Elite Wrestling. Do not reference New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like, Kyle Fletcher could have made it very, very simple. Ospreay, I no longer want to be in your shadow. Ospreay, I don't want to feel like the little brother. And Ospreay, you have grown so soft that you want to appease the AEW fans. But you know what? I don't want to appease the fans because you know what that gets you? Nowhere. That's everything that Don Callis has taught me. And Don Callis taught me that if I play dirty, I'm going to get to where I'm at and I'm farther along than you. But when you can, you sort of dim my light. And in doing so, I had to cut you out of my life. I had to cut you out of being a friend because you didn't want to fall in line with the Don Callis family. I found a better family. United Empire is a distant memory. So I found the Don Callis family, and this is where I'm at, and this is why people boo me, and I fucking love it. And you're going to kiss my feet at the end of like the pay-per-view or whatever the fuck, and you are no longer going to be associated with me. I'm no longer going to be associated with you. I'm no longer going to be in your shadow. And that's because I am Kyle Fletcher, the proto-star. Does that not make it more interesting? Like, oh my God. Marie can cut a better promo than Kyle Fletcher, on God. That's because I fucking love this. And I don't need to write anything down. And I'm a writer. I have a creative writing degree. I have a publishing certificate. And this is frustrating. It's frustrating. So much. So frustrating. Because you're not going to change history like that. And I am not going to allow AEW to change New Japan history. Respect New Japan Pro Wrestling, the company that you stole the stars from, without allowing New Japan Pro Wrestling to push the newer stars into those fucking positions. And by the way, this is not an act. If you think that this is an act, it's not an act. This is my love for professional wrestling. This is like, you know, it's bothersome. This is not an act. I don't act like this to get clout, reviews, likes, follows. I don't. I do this because I love it, and this is like all natural and shit, dude. Like, I would have been more into the promo if he just said everything you did. I could get behind that. See? But I promise you, you guys have my word that I will send this to AEW and Tony Khan by email, because they are not going to they are not going to disrespect AEW. All right, fuck, man. They're not going to disrespect New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is live. I'm fucking frustrated. I'm trying to find someone who loves me like Maria loves wrestling. Oh my God. Let's go.
There's a rhythm in the
Oh my
markets,
God, it's
in the
an
resonant
ad.
echoes of the opening
Oh,
bell,
come
in the
on.
preludes leading to global elections, in the rising chorus
can't skip
conducted
the
by
ad.
AI. And if you want to learn
Oh my God, I can't skip the ad.
You will face me in this ring next week. You will ignore the doctor's orders. You will ignore Al and Harry begging you to stay home, begging you to get more MRIs, to prove to these people that you give a damn about them.
How does this work? How does this work? We know that Ospreay gives a damn about the fans. He wrestles in arenas that are 2,000 people. My fucking God, who wrote that? Who wrote that? It feels like the writers don't even watch their show or don't even see how many tickets that like they sell. Ospreay cares about the fans so much that this guy will wrestle in a non-sold out AEW show. Of course he fucking cares, Kyle.
But one thing is for sure, I am sending you back to that hospital bed for a lot longer than 11 days. I will bury you in this mat with Tiger Driver after Tiger Driver until your brittle neck withers away to dust. And I...
No. We're not doing that. And Ospreay better not, agree to that. No. We're not doing that. What we are going to be doing is that you are going to probably beat the shit out of Ospreay. Ospreay's going to beat the shit out of you. You guys are going to go through a table. You guys are going to use a chair. You guys might use a ladder. I don't know, but you're not doing that. Also, the other thing too is that this sounds very, very, very reminiscent to when Jon Moxley was New Japan champion, which, by the way, he was never my champion, and he cursed out Shingo. Oh no, I'm messing them up. Fuck. Either way, he has not cursed out Shingo yet, which is a very good thing. Moxley has not cursed him out. Either way, this reminds me of the promo of Jon Moxley, who used to be NJPW champion. He was never my NJPW champion, but he cursed out Naito for no reason. And this is the same thing. Definitely the same thing where Kyle right now is cursing out Will Ospreay out of nothingness. Listen, I am very, very frustrated with this. So if I am mixing up my words, talking a little too fast, it's because the writers of AEW don't know the history, but yet then again will tell the fans that they need to go Google this person, that person, this person, that person, but they can't even pay attention to their own fucking program or even the history that the guys that get signed and get paid.
I will stand atop that mountain, atop your carcass, as the one and only protostar, Kyle Fletcher!
All right, Kyle, hurry up.
But one thing has become very apparent. If I want to stand atop this company and take it to heights it has never seen before, I can be nothing like you.
Is this where he shaves his head? Like, motherfucker, what's a shaving your head have to do? By the way, all right, so after this, he's going to shave his head because he's like, oh, I'm not going to be like you, Ospreay. Why couldn't we get a hair versus hair match? If you were comfortable enough and agreed to shaving your head, why could we not get a hair versus hair match? Huh? Why? Yes, I think the rest of this promo is him just, it's him shaving his head. What else does he say?
He's got a razor.
No shit, Excalibur.
Electric
So from
razor.
this day forward, Will, I am nothing like you.
Yes, because shaving your head means you're nothing like Ospreay. That motherfucker. Ugh. I try to be very professional, but this hurts my heart. It breaks my heart because it's stupidity. Stupidity being put on television that you got to know the history. Does he say some other stuff?
I am nothing like you! I am nothing like you!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, he was just screaming in my ear. Kyle Fletcher, please don't fucking scream in my ear. Thank you. Because screaming in my ear and screaming to the fans are not going to get your message across that we should be booing you. Because right now, whoever wrote your lines basically destroyed your character. Basically destroyed you. Because the person that wrote your lines and you didn't say no to it because you know the history and you would have gave a better way of doing it, because if you want to make money in professional wrestling, it's better to go, what do you call it? It's better to go personal, not kayfabe, not trying to twist the history of New Japan Pro Wrestling or what happened between you guys. And there's a lot of loopholes and holes in general about so you're upset that Ospreay backstab Okada. You're upset that Ospreay backstabbed Kenny Omega too? And you saw the writing on the wall? What writing did you see on the wall? How does this supposed fake-ass story of Ospreay backstabbing Okada correlate with Ospreay backstabbing Kenny Omega, correlate with you seeing the writing on the wall for you to go to AEW? What am I missing? I'm missing a lot of information in between all of that because the person who wrote this for you does not know the fucking history. I'm really trying to think about it, guys. Man. Oh my God. Also, I would like to say this. So because Kyle Fletcher was yelling in my ear, and I'm probably going to name this segment, Kyle, Don't Yell in My Ear. Because he was yelling in my ear saying, I'm not like you, Will. I'm not like you, Will. We can say from a kayfabe story standpoint as to why he was shaving his head is because he's having a fucking mental breakdown. Like I'm having a mental breakdown because the writers want to rewrite history. And they should not be rewriting history when people like myself know the history. Anyway, we can say from a kayfabe standpoint that Kyle Fletcher shaving his head and then screaming into the mic that he does not want to be like Will Ospreay, that he does not want to be compared to Will Ospreay, is him having a moment. Is him breaking because he breaks under pressure. Will Ospreay doesn't break under pressure. We could go with that too. Oh my God, we could go with that. Oh my God, we could. Oh my God. Guys, give me a second. I need to breathe. Because, I need to breathe. We could have went with a whole different direction where Kyle Fletcher is saying all of this and saying that the reason why I don't want to be in your shadow is because, I'm better than you and blah, blah, blah. But this at the end of him shaving his head and yelling into the mic is signs of paranoia, that he doesn't want to be compared to somebody else, which I get that. It's a very valid human emotion. I get that. But also, like, Kyle breaks under pressure. That's why he fucking left to go. Okay, guys, listen. Perfect kayfabe explanation to this, right? Perfect kayfabe explanation to this. The reason why Kyle left New Japan Pro Wrestling to AEW in a kayfabe kind of way, and by the end of this promo that we have here on AEW Dynamite that happened yesterday, where he's shaving his head and he's yelling into the mic that he will not be another Ospreay, the reason is because he breaks under pressure. Simple. He breaks under pressure. That's why it was easy for Ospreay to come in and take the spotlight from him in AEW in a kayfabe kind of way. Kayfabe. That's why it feels like to Kyle Fletcher as a character of the protostar, and the reason why he has to scream, and the reason why he has to say that I'm with Don Callis, I'm the protostar, I'm better than you, is because he breaks under pressure. He doesn't know how to break away from that, and shaving his head was the final straw to not be like Ospreay. But Ospreay is winning. Ospreay is winning in this feud because of what has played out. Because Ospreay's popularity, Ospreay's being the bigger babyface, Ospreay having all the achievements in a kayfabe wrestling world is getting to Kyle Fletcher, because Kyle Fletcher went to AEW first. So you would think that the spotlight will still remain on him, but no, it's not. Here comes Ospreay to take the spotlight from Kyle Fletcher, and Kyle Fletcher is fucking losing it. He's breaking. That's a better story. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's a better story. That's a better story. If you guys agree with me, hit that like button. If you guys think that was a better story told, hit that like button, please. Hit that like button. Okay. Okay. Is there anything else I want to say on this segment? No, it's probably not. Probably nothing. If you don't want to look like Ospreay, you don't shave your head, you shave his head. Yeah. Thank you, MD. Oh my God. This is what I do for the love of professional wrestling. Not only do I break down segments like this, but I also was like, hey, let's think about this in a kayfabe form, you know. But the AEW writers need to know their fucking history. Anyway, that was the Kyle Fletcher segment, right? Now, we are going to watch, I think there might be like 2 parts of this.